Oh, hello, Skunk. Wow, you got here quick. How's the wife? Quicker than. Yeah. He's taking the pregnancy very well. Has been a bit forgetful, but that's natural. Oh, of course. And I hope the morning sickness doesn't get too intense. Is you didn't mean? Congrats, good sir. Hey, Voodoo. We still have a couple of minutes before stream starts, but why not? Let's just go ahead and get started. I'm excited. I'm honestly excited. That and it's weird. I always try to make sure everything's set up before I click the fucking start stream button. Everything's doing awesome. Yes, I'm doing good. But, just like last time, we are here. Ooh. Okay, so it's melee. Charge. Jump. Load.
I am the edge of his blade.
Okay. Game's not too loud, is it? I'll just turn it down a bit, see if that fixes it. Yeah, more Warhammer. Servidor is a bit of a hot hand. Honestly, Skunk, it's not like it's mainly because the lore is so dense. Hang on. Controls. No. How do I swap weapons? Oh, that's right. It has orcs. Oh yes, the funny British orcs. Ooh. Orcs see it all scraps and orcs go, yeah, boat. Yeah, orc engineering is one of the funniest things in Warhammer. Honestly, one of these days I am gonna do like, because what I'm planning on doing with a bunch of friends like Champ and Olive is I plan on doing a whole react series where we just react to a bunch of Space Marine and like a bunch of Warhammer lore. Because like there's a bunch of YouTubers that make a bunch of lore for, like they make a bunch of lore videos for Warhammer. And my plan is to make an entire react series where we learn more about the Warhammer lore, and then what the plan is Olive, Champ, and whoever else wants to join in, and we just go in and we just make up our own Space Marine chat, like we all make up our own our own chapter within a faction. Is an Orville cannon? No, it's an Orville cannon. Yeah. Gate seal. The downside is they can die from an enemy pointing at them and yelling bang. Actually, no. See, while I know exactly the story that you're referencing, Voodoo, but the truth is that that story is more hyperbole to help explain to people how exactly the orc powers can work. It's still a funny story, but it's not actually. But that story isn't actually canon. Oh. Anyone else? I'm a tank. Yeah, again, it's a great, like, that story is a great way to explain to newcomers how the orc mind powers work, but that story isn't actually in canon. Heresy. I know. Oh, this way. Orc when they see a tank. I don't know about all of you, but that tank right there is. See this? Not exactly. Again, that's a bit hyperbole for how the orc mind power works, but yeah, it's 100%. Here's the thing. The funniest thing is that, like, the orcs aren't stupid. It's just that they devolved from the godlike super soldiers they used to be. Like, there's the Quarks. Oh man, you want to talk about busted overpowered orcs. But yeah, hyperbole or not, work one potato a day, dude. Okay. Can I make it? Oh, make it. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, this whole time. Now you're basic initiating. Oh my god. But the coolest thing about the orcs is that, like, because of the fact that they were originally like a godlike super soldier species, the Krorks, like, depending on what kind of an orc you are, you kind of end up becoming, like, you end up gaining, like, sentient knowledge of, like, it's almost like muscle memory on how to do certain things. It's part of the reason why some orcs are engineers, other orcs are medics. Like, you got the med boys, the weird boys. I will play anything of Warhammer the orcs wish. Yeah, get some! The booty boys, they took off. Whoa. I annihilate the demon, the mutant, and the heretic. What are the little blue critters? Those are demons from the warp. I think the main enemy faction in this game is Nurgle. Although, a lot of the Chaos Space Marines that I'm fighting, I'm pretty sure those are either firsts, not first sons. They're either like Sons of Horus, or they're the Iron Warriors. I think they're Iron Warriors. I need it. Okay, Demon Space Marine is the foulest belly button. Link the Nurgles and it works. No, I don't think there are any orcs in this game. hell? What kind of bolt gun is this? Oh, damn. Save that for later. Well, there's a role I know about it. What we described as a game, tabletop game. It started off as a tabletop game where it was basically like a tabletop version of Risk. But then it kind of evolved into like a bunch of books for lore and oh boy. So Space Risk to books, the whole thing. Got it. Yeah, it kind of just evolved from there. I think its first real push into the video game space was the Dawn of War games. Either Total War or Dawn of War is what it was called. But it was basically like a video game version of the tabletop, where you would command your faction against enemy factions. If you... Real-time strategy. Have you ever heard of a game called Red Alert? The Red Alert series? Yeah, Command and Conquer, specifically. Yeah, Command and Conquer. I'm used to playing Red Alert 2, but the actual franchise is called Command and Conquer. Maybe I should figure out how to get those working on my Steam account, because I bet those would be fun to play at some point. Okay, well, the Command and Conquer games are a bird's eye view of a real-time strategy where you had to build your base, collect resources, and then start fighting the other factions that are in the map. Think of it like a faster-paced Civilization where there's no turn-based and and there's no way to set up alliances or anything. Yeah, I think these are Sons of Horus, because there's Zeech enemies, Nurgle enemies. Oh, the heavy bolter. What is a Nurgle? Nurgle is the Warhammer 40K Chaos God of Rotten Decay. That's his name, Nurgle. So you got a bunch of Nurgle demons, Nurglings, which are like the mini demons, and so forth. Cool, so I unlocked all the weapons. So there's the four primary so there's the four Chaos Gods. Is he a fatter fella with a disease and stuff? Yes. So Nurgle is often depicted as this gigantic bloated demon with a gigantic cauldron. Oops. With a gigantic cauldron that he uses to make all of his new diseases and test new diseases. And there's an Eldari, space elf goddess, that he uses. God damn. So it's funny because like a lot of people try to claim, oh, Nurgle is actually a great guy. He saved a space elf goddess from being corrupted by Slanesh, when in reality he didn't do shit. He kidnapped her at the right time, and now he forces her to be his test subject to test new diseases and rots. Maybe the big pot that makes disease stuff sounds like my from. Oh, that's interesting. I've got my uncle. I need health. This cooking sucks. Don't be talking like that about your uncle. Oh, thank God. Lots of health. After seeing pictures of Nurgle, I can say he definitely sits in his mom's basement. He has Discord. I mean, if you really think about it, the Eldari goddess that he kidnapped to be his finger quote wife is kind of a Discord. It's his Discord kid. Holy shit. Yeah, that. Ooh. Female physique, you might resist. Aww. But yeah, but then you've got like you got the Chaos God Corn. Get like corn, god of slaughter and war and conquest. And then after that, you've got Zeech, Chaos God of Change, aka the guy who will rip your skin off because he was bored. Got me thinking of the Brotherhood of Nod. Oh. Missions boon. So gods in Warhammer are dicks. Yeah, like a lot of people try to claim, like there's a lot of people in the Warhammer community that like to say, oh, the Chaos Gods are just reflections because like the warp is influenced by like emotion, but it's just like, no. No, the Chaos Gods are dicks, and they've been dicks for way longer than any other. Like, yes, the warp is influenced by thought and emotion, but the Chaos Gods are still dicks. Ooh. I almost walked off the edge. Reddit user Decoy mod, who I bet has fanboy Persona Online. See, actually, that's actually the crazy thing about Nurgle is the fact that like Nurgle is way too smart to be a fucking Reddit mod. Over. Come on, come on, come on. See, that's the thing. It's like Nurgle is way too smart to be considered a Reddit user. Where kids bring lunchboxes full of gross rotten stuff. Yeah, I guess they would be Nurglings. Damn. Okay. shotgun. Whoop. I mean, here's the thing, you don't want to make a deal with Nurgle, because yes, Nurgle promises to take the pain away, but you basically become a rotting husk of what you once were. Shit. Yeah, pick up. Ah, I blew myself up. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Crap. Don't be stupid. The internet surprises me. What did the internet do this time? I found more books on Warhammer lore than I found more books on Warhammer lore than World War II books, and found Chibi Nerd. Yeah, Warhammer is one of those franchises where it's that Warhammer had. Okay, so the funny thing is that Warhammer 40K has had like 30 years. At this point, they've had like 30 years to expand their lore. But in recent years, they've decided they wanted to start expanding their lore in ways that, quite frankly, just don't seem like the smartest thing. Ah, mission complete. The Magistrate's Bastion. The information we need will be here somewhere. Now all you have to do is get inside. Shouldn't be too hard. Looks like the heretics have managed it. Cool. Minimums can boom boom. Alternative route. I went to go see Gabriel Iglesias, a good comedian. He wasn't as funny as I heard. I mean, he has been going for like 30 years. Been doing best at a certain point. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's the thing, is that like Gabriel is a funny guy. He really is a funny guy. But I think it very much is a symptom of kind of the wider community of comedy, is the fact that like a lot of comedians are hesitant to talk about certain subjects purely because of the fear of the way that the audiences are going to backlash. And it's not just in one direction. It is 100% in... Oh yeah, the racist gift basket is the best story. There we go. Chamber covers are all... Yes, that being skunk. You get the joke. Right. Let's make sure everything's loaded. Show me hungry for chicken. Dude, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Chicken is my comfort food. Fried chicken, grilled, baked. Like, chicken is just my comfort food. What is this way? Oh no, I came from this way. Oh, guess I'm going in. Miss? Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Oh, let's go purge some more heretics. Welcome back to National War Geographic. We are a rare sight to see. It is you are sipping on tea and discussing the Queen. Truly remarkable. Oh my god, how much farther is on this thing? and Nurgle stand. I'm pretty sure he can, it's just he kind of chooses not to. Time to purge. Wonder Imaginary Nurgles just a crushed car you sell. There we go. Wouldn't surprise me. And then, like, he wheels himself around using it. Hold on.
Rejoice, your salvation is here. The blood of martyrs is the seed of the Imperium.
Now I'm just stuck thinking about Nurgle just kind of wheeling himself around on top of a car. Nurgle is sitting in a lawn chair with wheels. It has to be those plastic lawn chairs you see in gardens. Just as a wooden plank with wheels and yours. Oh my god, the Nurgle mobile. Yeah, that sums it up. The Nurgle mobile. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Fucking die already. What? Oh. No, I get the key. Anything? No. Doors open. Enjoy it. Oh yeah. Anyone else? Huh. Nice. Alright, so now we gotta figure out. Oh, excuse me. Well, I don't know why I've been yawning so much. There go merch, then there go t-shirt, then there go beanie, then there go body. Well, yeah, I bet someone's made them. Excuse me. Oh boy, I need to get a better grip on my sleep schedule, I'll be honest. What? Oh. Ooh. All three are real. I made 3 great purchases. Oh my gosh, skunk. Oh no! Ooh. It's hard to have a good sleep schedule sometimes. Any chance you get, take a nap, it works. Yeah, I should have taken a nap today, but I realized I completely forgot to edit the weekly short for tomorrow. So I might end stream, instead of doing a 4-hour stream, I might just do a 3-hour, and then I spend that last hour, editing a weekly short for tomorrow. But in other exciting news, I have decided that the next playthrough I do on my channel is going to be BioShock. I've already recorded the first episode of the BioShock series. Tomorrow I plan on editing it. Tomorrow on Thursday I plan on editing it for the Friday release, and I also need to... yeah. But, more importantly, I need to... more importantly, what I need to do is I need to get in touch with... She was here last stream, but I actually edit shorts and clips for Noct. And what I need to do is I need to ask Noct, because recently, during the holidays, there has been a tragedy in her family. And her father-in-law passed away, which is a very sad thing to happen. Because I remember hearing about the guy a couple of times in passing, but really seemed like a pretty good. This really seemed like a stand-up guy overall. But yeah, honestly, this is one of the things that I need to get in touch with Noct and see how exactly. Yeah. Nope. Bot message block and mint. But yeah, I do want to get in touch with Noct in private and see what exactly situation is going to be going on there. Because right when I finished up the last video of 2025 I edited for her, I came to the realization that I basically said, like, hey, you know, I edited, because recently her and her husband did a playthrough of Little Nightmares 3, and I edited that video. I edited that stream, those couple of streams, down into a singular video, like a kind of a feature-length film of their playthrough of Little Nightmares. And I basically said to Noct, because I found out what happened, like, I said, like, hey, you know, don't worry about the commission or anything until you're feeling there. So I have to check in on Noct and see how things are going over on her end, because I really do hope that they're doing okay. But one thing I will say is, it's nice that Noct and her husband it's nice that they have each other, because it certainly is a tough time. And ultimately, that's the thing I'm glad. I'm glad that they have each other, because, man, something like that is just... especially over the holidays, too. That is especially painful. And I'm glad that Noct was able to be there for Womp. Context: Womp is her husband. Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
I need health. Ooh, perfect. But yeah, like, you know, because I'm pretty sure I've rated Noct before, but her Twitch channel is Cinneret. So if you ever, if you ever find that Cinneret is streaming and I'm not, then by all means, I highly encourage you go and hang out with Noct, because she 100% deserves it. She is a fun person, and recently, I also want to talk to her about the plans we make, because recently she is a big part of the Final Fantasy 14 scene. Well, okay, not really a big part, but she is involved with a lot of the Final Fantasy 14 side of things. And I know that there are talks in the work of kind of doing an expose, kind of a documentary series on a person that it was revealed that they were a really big POS. Oh boy. I need to. There's an aspiring champion somewhere here. Was it the girl who lied about death or something? I remember you talked about it before. Oh yeah. So it was a person in the Final Fantasy 14 community that it was essentially basically like faked their own death, and they ended up getting like a bunch of commission money. But the main reason why I kind of want to help edit out, I want to help edit, like if Noct ever decides she wants to do it, I 100% will be there to help edit a full documentary of her going over what she was able to research and what she was able to find in regards to that whole scandal, kind of like a news expose. But yeah, Noct is actually the purple one that was here last stream. Thinking your death is horrible, that ruins relationships, and you have to be super sneaky and believe everything against people. Yeah, the worst part was the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, a bunch of people... Okay, so it was like... I think it started off as a miscommunication, but a bunch of people set up like a GoFundMe on behalf of the person who faked their death. But the main reason why the main reason why I propositioned the idea of putting together like a documentary about it was because money down the pipes, yeah. The main reason why is because because this person, that one of the people that's involved with it, they would go to anyone that was talking about the scandal, and they would bot spam their Twitch channels, their YouTube channels, in the hopes that the bot spamming, like the bot viewing and the bot spamming, would get them banned off of their platforms. that is the main reason why I wanted to, that's the main reason why I wanted to collaborate with Noct and edit a documentary, if she wanted to. Pretty dickish. Oh yeah, 100%. Now, yes, you can claim the plausible deniability with the with bot viewing if it's someone else that's actually doing the bot viewing and not you. But again, it's a massive gray area. But yeah, that's the main reason why I want to ask Noct what her plans are in regards to that little expose video that I kind of was like, hey, you should do like a this person exposed kind of video, like you know, like Content Cop before iDubbbz became a fucking cuck. Oh. For the crime of faking your death, stealing, and bot spamming, I sentenced them to torture, send them to the buttocks of Nurgle. Here's the thing. From what I was able to gather, based on what Noct was able to tell me, it seems like it's multiple people involved with this. There's the one person who supposedly faked their death, when in reality, the person that was claiming they faked their death, it was like it was someone else that was claiming that they died, and then it was a completely different person, or it was either the person that said she died, or it was a completely different person that had set up the GoFundMe. But either way, even the person that faked your death is acting super shady, which is why a lot of people are just lumping that person in with the rest of the scandal. Nurgle's already here, so... Yeah, I mean, Nurgle's already here. You may as well not waste him. Ugh. bet Nurgle cleans his butt. He is gross everywhere, but his behind is squeaky clean. Honestly, that would be kind of funny if, like, the one place that Nurgle keeps clean is just his butt. But 100%, I think Nurgle has a very severe case of cosmic swamp ass. Like, let's be real. Nurgle 100% has, like, the worst case of swamp ass we've ever seen. It says there's... ooh. Nice try. Boom, boop, bada bap, boom. Oh, wrong guy. So apparently... Says there's another villain somewhere around here. Another heretic. What am I missing? I think there's one more. Nice try. Nope. Is that it? Screen's still red, so there's bound to be someone left. Where the hell? Oh. No? Comes the purge. Hiya. Alright. And booyah. I love the combination, it never gets old. Oh, on 23 health. This is not good. Not good for me. Ah, damn. Oh boy. God damn. There those associated Courtney Kardashians. Stop. Oh my god! Oop. Oh crap. Okay, I gotta go the long way around. Right. There we go. Woo. Oh. Whew. He's just a little ugly who is called ugly. That was a nightmare. I screech. Put it in Discord. Oh no. Is most often associated with Courtney Kardashian. What the fuck? Kourtney Kardashian. Oh, I get it. They took every member of the Kardashian family and associated them to a fucking chaos god. Wait a minute, who's Slanesh? Chloe or Kylie? Oh. I mean, considering the sex tape, you'd think Kim would be the one that was... Hang on. Ugh. I need to change something in the visual settings. It's starting to hurt my eyes. There we go. This was the question, what Kardashian would Miracle be? Oh. Oh, there we go. Much better on the eyes. Shrine to defenders conducting protocol.
Mine is the work of the righteous.
Oh shit, it's true. Hmm? Oh no. Alright, so you. There's a exalted flamer somewhere here. Ooh. Ooh. The things I think. Let's go. Yeah, Voodoo, you are the one that comes up that finds the weird stuff. Whoop. Presence reduced. Oh, I don't have any shotgun rounds left. I like their answer better. I don't know, Voodoo. What did you ask ChatGPT? Same question I asked Google. Oh, the who's a explanation? Who's what? Who's Nurgle? What did ChatGPT say? Khloe Kardashian. See, I don't know anything about the Kardashians, so I wouldn't be able to agree or disagree with any of those. Oops. I am my own Discord chaos. Alright, don't get too full of yourself. Oh, okay, Laughing Skunk. Thanks for coming by. Wife needs help with stuff. Oh yeah, go help the wife. Oh, here we go. Are you kidding me? Nope, dip down. Oh, this is gonna suck. Shit. Oh, shit. I need health. I need health. I need health. Ah. Okay. I need good vantage points. Right. Health. Big armor. Bigger health. Go, 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 go. Okay, okay. Ooh. Okay, okay. Take a second. Shoot. Pick up the health. Yes. Yes! Eat shit, cultists. Where's that last guy? Huh. Into the depths. Oh, oh man. Honestly, that was a fun level. Fun level, fun boss fight, fun everything. In all honesty, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm feeling it. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, so I'm thinking... Yeah, you beat him so hard Nurgle felt it. Yes, I did. Mm. You know what? Let's... Hang on, I'm just kind of peeking around. Yeah. Let's have some fun with it. Yeah? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and spend the rest of the stream just being stupid and taking a look at some awful rebrands. There we go. Let's go ahead and check out what this has to say. So, rebranding is a natural part of a company's life, blah, blah, blah. This is on Creative Markup, 20 major rebranding failures. We're not really going to read too much into it. We're just going to kind of go in and, you know, just take a look, see what exactly fucked up. This is kind of a repeat from the last stream, but I think I may just take this clip and edit out and, you know, chop out this segment, make it a separate YouTube video. Oh my god, Jesus. $100 million. Honestly, yeah, this was seen in the last stream, but honestly, like, it's just, what the hell? Because the thing is that, like, it is true. This logo was being used for, like, decades. Hell, it was around longer than most people have been alive. But having that said, honestly, kicking off our first list of branding failures examples, the famed fashion brand Gap. Gap used the same logo for longer than most graphic designers have been alive, so the decision to try out a new one was at least understandable. What I can't understand is why Gap decided to replace the iconic stretchy serifs of the original logo with the Helvetica in a little gradient box caps capable of pleasing nobody. And wait, it cost how much? That is a hardcore scam. Whoever convinced them to go with this, that was a scam. Oh god, really? That's the new MasterCard logo? What the fuck is this? In an era of all flat everything, it's nice to see someone still trying to use gradients, but you know, not in the worst way possible. Surprised they didn't toss in a few lens flares to finish it off. Oh yeah, oh my god, look at, what the hell is this? Worst of all, it's not centered right. If you didn't notice that before, you will now. And wait, what? Oh my god, it wasn't center. Oh, they must have done that on purpose to be all artistic, but that actually fucking infuriates me now. Oh my god, in fact, as you'll see, your eye is twitching. Any new logo should have meaning. This one's just a lazy redraw of the old logo without its good qualities. Oh my god, NBC. See, this NBC, you know, it's timeless. NBC Universal. Like, you got the Peacock, NBC, ABC, Universal. Oh. A loaf of white bread in text form. NBC Universal's new logo looks like it took all of 2 minutes in Microsoft Paint. That's the worst part. All of the like, I can make such better fucking logos and whatnot in Microsoft Paint. In fact, fun fact about this channel, every single one of the fucking thumbnails in all of my YouTube videos and Twitch thumbnails, those are all made using Microsoft Paint. Every single one of my thumbnails, Microsoft Paint. It's not that hard to make an interesting thumbnail, or at least a thumbnail that is fucking passive. And yeah, this is a recreation that the person that wrote this article made to prove a point. It's a clear example of rebranding campaign gone horribly wrong. The original logo was bold, almost iconic, forming a huge part of the brand's visual identity. The new terrible logo design, meanwhile, is bland, basic, and sure to bore both a new audience and existing customers alike. Yeah, like, you went from this to this. Like, what the fuck? Oh, that's Best Buy's new logo? Oh no, that 2008. Okay. See, because this is iconic. This, you can, it visually pops. But this is, oh god, Jesus Christ. That is, Best Buy logos encapsulates what they are. A big blocky building full of reasonably priced stuff. Their short-lived one from 2008 encapsulated Jack Squad. No meaning or purpose would be extracted from that chunk of flat design blandness. Yeah, that's the thing. And I kind of brought it up with branding, with the conversation about branding that Noct and I had, but That's what I mean about concision in logos and slogans. Get as much information across in a way that stands out and doesn't get confused. So for example, with Best Buy, you know, like the article says, big blocky building full of reasonably priced stuff. So it's a price tag that's big, blocky, in your face. Like a sales tag. It draws your eye the way that a sales tag would. The Buccaneers vector trace. Maybe I just can't resist the urge to get a dig at my home city's team, but their new logo is completely devoid of the original hand-drawn character and grit. They at least tried to maintain consistency with the logo change, sticking with the same core values and iconic logo they've always had while attempting to add some modernity to it. Unfortunately, it looks like something a first-year design student came up with in an Illustrator, or on hearing the print shop next, you know, the Chinese takeout. Custom team. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I understand where they're coming from, but the person that wrote this article, I don't agree. I don't agree. If anything, I'd say this is just easier to print. It was likely a change that was made in order to make merchandise easier to manufacture. Honestly, I don't agree. I don't agree with the author's I don't agree with the author's take here. Honestly, overall, this redesign, it's not bad. If anything, I'd actually say it's a lot cleaner. So if you look with the duller colors and a lot of the detail versus this one where it's more simplified, but it still has some aspects of detail, I'd say this one kind of pops out a bit more, but that could just be because of the brighter red. But at the same time, like looking at these two, like, yes, this one is iconic, but this one, it still carries that same spirit, but this one pops, and it's both the color and just the simplicity of it. What the fuck? Every now and then, in the world of marketing, you come across something that makes you think they got college degrees for this. Recently, the internet got a glimpse of Sony's branding strategies that explains why movies not based on 80s cartoons will soon be a thing of the past, because they see film not as art or even entertainment, but as an ecosystem of content. What the fuck is it? Hang on. Oh, 404. Page not found. What? What is this? This must have been like a leaked graphic used for like a PowerPoint presentation for pitching the branding and marketing for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because this suit is from this is from Amazing Spider-Man 1. So I can't help but feel like this is a bit out of context, where like this is part of a slideshow of like a PowerPoint that was used in a boardroom meeting to explain where they want to take a lot of the advertisings. Like, oh, like Amazing Spider-Man 2 like tape, like for crafting tape, or gum, carbonated beverage. Okay, let's do a partnership with Mountain Dew, or let's do a partnership with Gatorade. Well, like, Gatorade's not carbonated, but still. And then like, oh, but just like, yeah, this definitely this, rather than a rebrand, this feels like part of a PowerPoint at a boardroom meeting, explaining what their plan is for the marketing for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie release. Because this graphic, this right here, that's the suit from the first movie. So this is definitely out of context. Do better, article. What the fuck? First selected Cobus. Energy. I can't. So is this like a logo for an energy company? Wow, that sucks. I can see that. I don't hate the second one, and the helmet sticker and helmet stickers would be easier, but prefer the first Buccaneers one. Oh yeah, yeah. Honestly, like this one, it's the classic. It's the iconic. It is something you want to stick on. Like, if you get a souvenir, this is the one you want because it just has that old school feeling. This one, I 100% know for a fact they did this in order to help ease up the cost of production. But yeah, this is stupid. Anything PricewaterhouseCoopers is touched. What the fuck? When professional services company PricewaterhouseCoopers, an odd name itself, dropped their consulting wing, it was left looking for a new name. It found Monday and not even Monday Consulting, just Monday. It didn't last very long, possibly because no one could Google it. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? It feels like the image got cut off. But as evidence, several years later, they didn't learn. When you buy a company called Bose & Co. Oh, Booz & Co. When the Boza guy leaves, it's pretty easy to come up with something better. How about anything? Well, almost anything. It's pretty impressive that PricewaterhouseCoopers managed... I'm not trying to pronounce that. I hear, sorry for being late. Oh, no worries, Rev. Thank you for showing up. I just finished up a few missions in Warhammer 40K Boltgun, and before I end stream a little early, because I have to edit something for tomorrow, I have to edit the weekly short for tomorrow, I'm just going over this and trying to figure out what the and I'm just kind of kicking, I'm just kind of relaxing and looking over bad marketing, bad rebrands. What comes after upper stand? Nothing but disappointment. They said that whole new Coke brand identity thing. Oh yeah. This just looks like the fucking no-name brand font. Like this is... I didn't want to do New Coke. New Coke jokes are the what's the deal with airline food of designer articles. But due to that ubiquity, paradoxically, no article on massive design failures would be complete without it. In a way, Coca-Cola is admirable for its willingness to keep throwing flavors at the wall and seeing what sticks. After all, when you've already built the world's most iconic brand, why let it stagnate? And according to many customers, the new version of Coca-Cola tastes better than the original. That's obviously good news for boosting brand loyalty and brand value too. But the problem here is that they tried to fully replace it. However, people like what they will like, and taking it away from them because you think the new thing is better isn't the solid strategy. Yeah, if they had just kept the old can but updated the recipe, no one would have noticed, and if anything, they would have been like, damn, that shit good. But instead, they went with this, and this looks like a third-party competitor that you find at like No Frills. Not... Yeah, jeez. Good idea, bad execution. Yahoo changes very little in its rebranding process. Bro, people are so rude. You're getting better internet. that the complex pays for. You get it for free, but you want to be an asshole to the ones who set it up. Yeah, we gotta go into your apartment for like 5 minutes to install the devices after running the fiber. Honestly, it's... yeah. If any site needed a rebranding effort, it was Yahoo. From their boxy and cluttered web design to their AOL-ish compulsion to the 1,000 jobs at once. Everything about the site screams 90s, except for the opinions of Yahoo's new commenters that scream 2000s. They aren't the internet's ultimate jack of all trades, but master of none. They are the internet. A throwback to the days when you went to one site for emails, news, and your horoscope basically, because loading another would take an hour. So why didn't their rebranding attempt to address any of that? Instead of finding what they do best and rebranding themselves with a focus on that, Yahoo just changed their visuals, as if that was all it took to attract new base and bolster their branding reputation. That's putting a body kit on a car with no steering wheel, then wondering why it doesn't turn heads when you fail to pull it out of the garage. Yeah, honestly, changing the visuals but not the fucking... it is a stupid idea. It 100% is dumb. So, yeah, honestly, I have nothing against the new visual design of Yahoo. It's just that it works the exact fucking same. Seattle's blood drive. What the fuck? Seattle's best blood drive. Overlaps with too bland. The idea to simplify Seattle's best logo into something more iconic was a good one, but they ignored the base color and shape symbolism. When people see red on, they think blood. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Modern soulless, bring back interesting marketing. Honestly, yeah, but the thing is that like there is good marketing. It's just you have to look for it. It's less, I would say it's less Wild West and chaotic than the 90s. But there are still good advertisements and marketing strategies out there. I mean, look at Wendy's. And to be fair, Wendy's was not the first fast food brand to do the shit talking route. That actually belongs to Jack Daniels. Not Jack Daniels. Why did I say Jack Daniels? I meant Jack in a Box. Jack in a Box was the first to be a fast food chain that shit talked everyone else on a major scale. But honestly, yeah, like the drop on red, everybody thinks everybody thinks blood, but it's coffee. Yeah, this is a horrible. I would prefer this one, even though it's fucking cluttered. But this at least is able to convey way more than this. Oh god, yeah. This would be a decent logo for a company that starts with the Z. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, what the fuck is this symbol supposed to represent? At least with this, you were able to tell it. Oh, it's the D and the A. Yeah, DeviantArt's new logo is fucking stupid. Oh my god, yeah. When Dr. Pepper really fucking leaned into the... What the... Yeah, what the fuck... Problem, men aren't buying enough diet soda. Possibly because it was too womanly a stigma attached to it. So, solution? If you're Dr. Pepper, you make a power thirst ad. but without the charming silliness. Dr. Pepper 10 ads could have been funny if they hadn't started the campaign out by declaring not for women and pulling stunts like posting a flash game on their site where players shoot at makeup and other symbols of femininity. Oh yeah, they did that, didn't they? The ads alienated one gender and made the other not want to try it for fear of looking like the idiots the company thought they were. Yeah, treat your audience with fucking respect and don't treat them like idiots. Pepsi's Dan Brown novel. Doesn't look bad per se, it's just not different enough to justify the $1 million price tag. Honestly, yeah. Not enough of a change to justify anything. Like, it still got... Honestly, this redesign is not as offensive, mainly because of the fact that they still keep the overall idea of the Pepsi logo. So that's what they try to do in this thirdly over design technique. Emotive forces shape. It's just, I like that Dr. Pepper gives it gave me too much estrogen. No, that's the thing, is that admittedly there was kind of a stigma of diet drinks being more for women, but to be fair, I would argue that that's also partly to blame. Like, I would say the marketing companies that made this dumbass decision also helped create the stigma of, like, they helped create the stigma of diet sodas being for women, and that was mainly due to the fact that in a lot of the advertisements for diet soda, they had a lot of women like raving about the product, because it's one of those things where, if you really think about it, cosmetic beauty, like cosmetic products, healthy eating products, etc., what 9 times out of 10, what demographic are those things marketing towards? Towards the demographics that are more likely to care enough about their appearance to buy cosmetic products, diet products, etc. So, and yes, you could argue that men care as much as they do, but at the same time, the cosmetics industry would not be as much of a juggernaut as it is if not for the, again, it's a basic instance of supply and demand. Oh, diet soda doesn't have sugar, therefore I won't get fat, therefore I'll be able to keep my beauty. That appeals, that has a lot of crossover with the demographic that would buy cosmetic cosmetic beauty products. So I would argue that the whole stigma of diet sodas being a women's drink, specifically Diet Dr. Pepper, I would argue that's on the fault of the very same marketing companies, because they decided to look and be like, okay, which demographic cares more about maintaining their physical appearance? Because let's be honest, so many guys, unless they are with someone or they are trying to be with someone, so many guys do not give a shit about what they look like. Let's be honest, guys, most of the time, they don't put much effort into their physical appearance. Let's be 100% honest. It's partly why there are so many jokes about femboys. Yes, but again, Rev, let's keep proportions and population of these different demographics into, let's keep these into account. But 100%, I 100% think that yes, yes, there are multiple factors to blame for why there's the whole stigma of diet soda being a woman's drink. But I would say the same people who came up with this marketing campaign are the same people who helped cause that stigma against diet drinks. But yeah, overall, the Pepsi logo change, it's not offensive. It's just like a, it's like a why fix what ain't broke. Oh God, yeah, the McDonald's mascot. It's a human being sealed for eternity in a smiling cardboard prison in a constant. Yeah. Oh my God, that. Can we go back to Mayor McCheese? Can we go back to Mayor McCheese? Can we get the Hamburglar back? CBR mascot, yes. Yeah, like that. Like what? Why did we get rid of the Hamburglar? Why did we get rid of Mayor McCheese? Why did we get rid of Ronald? The Z's Olympics. Oh God, yeah. The problem with London's universally hated Olympics logo is that it's too bland and too weird simultaneously. It's absurd. Well, to be fair, let's be 100% honest. Britain has turned into such a shithole to live in. Not just in shit like this, but like their internet censorship and whatnot. Like, let's be honest, Britain has turned into such a shithole that for a long time I actually did consider whether or not I wanted to live there, but now, fuck no. Like, fuck no. Woody whack. Corporate culture and street culture are direct opposites. Oh yeah, it was when they were trying to combine. It was when they were trying to combine street art with the Hamburglar is doing time for shaking Mayor McCheese. Oh my God, yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel. First of all, what the fuck is this? SYFY? You're not fucking cute. Fuck off. Like, the Sci-Fi Channel, this was great. Because this, it was obviously a planet, but it looked like an, like, it, god damn it. I'm actually angry now. Nothing's cooler than there's nothing's cooler than alternate spelling. If it's 1997 and you're selling a cereal shaped like skateboards and dinosaurs. Unfortunately, it was 2009. The Sci-Fi Network was a TV channel, and they accidentally renamed themselves after a slang term for syphilis. Syphy. Oh my God, yeah. Grimace is a crime lord. Also, his pink purple ass is apparently a taste bud. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Honestly though, like, can we get Grimace back? Can we get, like, we had the Grimace milkshake, but just bring the whole crew back. Like, come on. He is also the personification of a milkshake. Vegemite install fails. Oh yeah. Crowdsourcing your design decisions can be a decent way to connect with your audience, but picking the right idea can be just as hard as coming up with it yourself. When Kraft's Australian wing wanted to name a new sandwich topping, they held a nationwide competition and received almost 40,000 entries. But unfortunately, they handed the list to an exec who said, "Name it after the most popular thing you can think of." You have 3 seconds. Ice snack. Oh my god. Yeah, whoever came up with this, like whoever chose this one, fucking slap them. Maybe the biggest problem is that it's false advertising. The ice snack was a light-friendly mixture of Vegemite and cream cheese. Sound quality was awful. It had very little and the only function was the ability to lick it off your fingers. The only thing it had in common with Apple was that its maps that were just as oh for stuff. Oh yeah. See, yeah, because like, what the fuck are you able to glean from this? Even more gratuitous and unnecessary is that it's all about Oko commercial. Was the time Overstock spent millions of dollars to become Oko, a term not even the laziest texter would have thought of to refer to them. Of course it flawed, due partially to use of ridiculous short URL with a non-standard extension. In general, we prefer when our URLs are words, not the emoticon for scared cyclones. It's fine. Oh yeah. Fridays takes a bad pun way too far. Oh yeah, Appley Madison. Eat a bunch of... This is perhaps where my bias is showing. This campaign was launched just a few days ago, so it hasn't had time to pull results yet, but it says a lot that as of the time I'm writing this, Googling its name in quotes brings just 18 results. This is a bold move by Fridays, at least one that's either going to be a sleeper hit or quickly buried in the tryhard's graveyard, but personally, I think is an example of how not to do edgy advertising. Tasteless piggybacking on a lurid news story that has nothing to do with your field. Yeah, like, that's just horrible. You guys having fun talking about Grimace in the chat? Summing up, what can we learn from rebranding disasters? Rebranding is necessary from time to time. Companies can just stay the same forever. That's a surefire way to stagnate. They have to evolve, grow, change, but they have to do it the right way, maintaining their brand elements and not alienating their customers along the way. Unfortunately, the brands above got it all wrong. Whether it was picking the wrong color scheme, changing too much, too soon, or coming up with a new logo that was simply too boring, bland, or downright bizarre. They made decisions that actually harmed their brand identity rather than helping it. To avoid making the same mistakes in your own rebranding efforts, be original in the design. Don't chase trends just for the sake of it. Simpler and more basic isn't always better. Think about your customers' love for your old logo. Ensure your new logo is easy to understand and interpret. Convey your brand's values and visual identity through your rebrand. Is Grimace's tongue covered in tigers? You guys are still going on about that? Oh my god. Is he constantly wondering, does he have dry mouth? Oh my god. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. We had a nice time playing space. We had a nice time playing Boltgun, and I got to do kind of a part 2 on the. So let's take a look and see. Grab his tail before we can notice. Oi! Oi! Stop trying to grab my tail. Ooh, Dip is on. But yeah, let's go give Dead Muse lots of support. Thank you guys for joining me on tonight's stream. It was a good time. Now, in the meantime, I am gonna go edit when tomorrow's short, and then I'm gonna go to bed early.